So you want to get a diploma. Why? I'll fill you in what society will tell you. Increases your chances of getting a job, provides you an opportunity to be successful. Your life will be a lot less stressful. Education is the key. Now, this is probably what you'll hear from your parents. Make me proud. It increases your chance of getting a job, provides you an opportunity to be successful. Your life will be a lot less stressful. Education is the key. Now, we can look at the statistics. Mark Zuckerberg, net worth, $35.7 billion. Steve Jobs, net worth, $10.2 billion, RIP. Richard Branson, net worth, $5.1 billion. Oprah Winfrey, Rachel Ray, Kanye West, Bill Gates, now they all share something to get to their place. Looking at these people, what's your conclusion? Neither of them, being successful, ever graduated from a higher learning institution. Today, I've been hearing protesters say how money is only the medium by which one can measure worldly success. Some other people even have the guts to say that, oh, I don't do it for the money. Then why are you going to school? What are you studying for then? Look at Jesus, Malcolm X, Mother Teresa, Socrates, Shakespeare, Spielberg, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Michael Joseph Jackson. All these people, were they not successful people? Were they failures or uneducated? What I'm trying to get to today is that if we were to have a family tree, education and hard work will be closely related, while school is probably a distant cousin. Because if education is the key, then school must be a lot. Because rarely does this occur when our minds can develop to the point where we perceive the color red as green and continue to go even when the teacher tells us to stop. As long as you are following the rules and passing the exams you need to pass, you can be deemed as an intelligent and if not brilliant student. But are you aware that examiners have their own checklists as well? And if your answer is something outside of their box, your automatic response is a cross. And growing up, we've all been told how school will expand our visions and horizons. Well, I think we should all take a seat down and look at Malcolm X, who dropped out of school after the 8th grade and is world renowned for what he learned in a prison. Proverbs 17:16. It does not help a fool spend his money on an education. Why is that? Because he has no common sense. Inspiring one's mind, that's what I think education should be about, and not just compiling and filling our minds with information. You can take this from me because I am an educated man myself, who came to this realization after countless nights of sleeping on my desk with a cup of tea to get me through the night and another for the morning. I still remember the piles of AP and SAT textbooks that could probably equate to the amount my cousin spent on his rent, just trying to memorize derivations, facts, and dates, down to the letter, half of which I would probably forget the day of the exam, and half of which I would probably forget after the exam. During those long nights, I would return to school with a dead mind and then find a platoon of half-awakened students like myself, zombies, waiting to turn in that one assignment. Maybe that's why we all call it a deadline. Through those days, I would find myself running to student government or to the library just so I could find a convenient area to lay my head and rest. It's kind of ironic because if you really think about it, for some of us, this is the only time during school where we're actually chasing our dreams while we are sleeping. I'm not trying to discredit schools and say that they're evil and there's nothing to gain. I just want you all to understand your motives and reassess your aim. There's a saying that if you don't build your dreams, someone else will hire you to help build theirs. Redefine your view on education. Understand its true meaning, that it's not just regurgitating random information from a textbook or one's opinion on a subject to pass an exam. Take a look at Beethoven. He was educated in the art of composing beautiful music. Shakespeare was educated in the art of all that was written. Samuel Caffey was educated in the art of creating Chick-fil-A. I once remember watching David Beckham on TV take a free kick. I saw as the side of his Adidas-sponsored boot hit the leather of the FIFA soccer ball at a magnificent angle straight to the skies, as if it was destined for the heavens. And as it reached the peak of its momentum, it seemed to have changed its mind and switched directions. My attention went straight to the goalkeeper, who was astonished and frozen, as if in his mind he was reciting laws of physics with his brain and negotiating them with his eyes, who was witnessing this spectacular sight, this leather swan, and telling his eyes that this leather swan was directed for his goal. And before the net of the goal embraced the leather of this soccer ball, before his whole country bursted into cheers, I looked at the play that night and thought to myself, damn. I looked at David Beckham that night and realized there is more than one way in this world to be an educated man.